Howdy everyone, Old School Game Collector here, and this is a conversation over coffee. It was going to be an unboxing video, but I figured it'd be a conversation over coffee because I will unbox this thing, but really it's a conversation about the fact that this is the worst handheld that I have ever used in my life. This is the X9 World of Entertainment. Best part though, are you ready for this? I'll try to get some footage on my phone as well so I can zoom in. It is the X9 Handheld, as in like the thing that you would eat over Thanksgiving other than a turkey, or on Christmas morning. This thing is called the Hamdheld. As soon as I got it in the mail, I was like, this is gonna be pretty awesome if it's called a handheld and not a handheld. So this is the X9. I wanna tell you that, you know, every once in a while, I'll have some companies wanna send me a product to review. Every once in a while, I'll just get an item like this that is just absolutely terrible and I won't even advertise it. I never want to throw a company under the bus, so I'm not going to tell you who sent this to me. You can literally get this from like hundreds of companies. So no company's being thrown under the bus. But at the same time, you know, I was just going to send it back to them, and I'm going to send it back to them. But I realized I need to warn people before they buy this because it's that bad. It's just an absolute and utter piece of garbage. So this will be the most positive conversation over coffee we've ever had. All right, so let's unbox this thing. I tried to put it back the way that it was, which wasn't too difficult. All right, so this is the bubble wrapped and plastic wrapped. So you would think, man, this thing's gonna be pretty heavy duty because it's wrapped twice. They're so worried about it getting messed up. Well, don't let that fool you. Even the fact that it's called a game player, just, I don't know. Clearly a PSP clone, there's no doubt about it. I still own my PSP and love my PSP and love my Vita. This is not even close. So there is no UMD that's gonna go this thing. I don't know what QC passed is, but if that's some company that's supposed to pass it for being of good quality, they should be shut down because this thing is an absolute utter piece of garbage. Okay, so all that. I will get back to this in a moment and turn it on for you in a sec. But before then, I'll just show you what else is in here because I think this is makes the whole thing just as funny. This is the charger. That may look like it has some length here on camera. It does not. This is the shortest charger that I have ever seen come with something that's like touted as a pretty decent gaming system. So that's the system. This is how long this is. It's just, yeah, more than anything, it's just really, really funny. So hopefully you get a kick out of that. So that's the very lengthy power charger. It comes with a pair of headphones. These are the exact same quality of the absolutely terrible headphones that you get on an airplane that you wish you never used because it makes the audio sound like butt. That's what comes with them. So as you can tell, I'm thoroughly enjoying this system. All right, so let's just jump into the system for a second so you can get a feel. So this is the power switch. I want to tell you something that makes no freaking sense to me. That's the power switch. When you flip this power switch, it does not turn on. So I literally had to email the people and ask why it wouldn't turn on because I'm ignorant and I don't understand. And maybe you picked it up the very first time. But when it says on and off, as you can see right there upside down, but on and off, you would think, oh, off, on. It doesn't work that way. You have to have it on, and then not just press start, you have to hold down start as well. Because then I was like, oh, maybe I have to press start. And I see that blue light come up right at the top right. Oh, is it gonna turn on? Oh no, it doesn't. I have to actually have it on, hold down start for a prolonged period of time, and then maybe, woo, there it is. And as you can see, the screen looks decent. Like at first when I opened this and turned it on, I really was thinking, oh, this is pretty okay. But if you move it any amount, oh, it just shut off for no reason. Oh, now it just came back on. Oh, this thing is the worst. Man, y'all, I'm actually a pretty I feel like a pretty positive person. And I try to see the best in anything that I get and really give things the benefit of the doubt, but this is just really that bad. So I had actually played, I can't even remember, I think Mario or something first, because Mario 1 is always my go-to to see if something's fine. But then I did that, and that game worked fine. But probably my favorite system of all time, my two are probably NES and Super Nintendo. So after playing Super Mario Bros. 1, and it worked okay, it just shut down again because I didn't press anything for about 5 seconds. I wanted to play some Super Nintendo games. So I went to Super Nintendo, and I thought I want to play one of my favorite games ever created because I am a massive Mega Man X fan. Sorry, it's going to take me a long time to get there because this thing is so great. Oh, it's not under... What? It's not under the best games list for the letter M, but King Griffey Jr. Baseball is. Cool. That makes a lot of sense. Actually, I like King Griffey Jr. Baseball for the Super Nintendo. Sorry, y'all. There we go. All right. So then I was like, I'm going to play Mega Man X because Mega Man X is one of my favorite games ever made. So load progress, restart. So there is like an SD card slot. You can save your game. I believe this is your volume, by the way, over here. All the things that make you think like it may not be that bad, right? Like it's just an emulation device, and okay, here we go. I've even seen some like emulation devices on RetroPies that aren't the greatest. So I have to tilt it. You're going to see me on the camera. That's fine, because if I have it like this, you can't see it without a reflection. Totally fine. All right. So you may be thinking like, oh, so far so good. Well, we'll just see if this replicates the absolutely horrendous slowdown. The game won't turn down, by the way. Did that turn down? Okay, sure. So it's turned down. Let's just go for game start, because I tried to play about the first minute of this game last week, and I couldn't. Because I don't know if you can already tell of the immense. Why do I attack with my top button? But look at this. Like, the slowdown is so bad that you can't actually play the game. And y'all, I'm just giving you. I'm just running so you can see how skippy and terrible this is. I'm not even hitting anyone. But it is. It's unplayable. Especially games like this where, like every bit of minutia in the game is so important. Every amount that you run, whatever, they're all important. So you hit select, it goes back, and then you can quit and pick pick other games. But the positive thing that I'll say about this is that it's a great game library. If you're looking for something that plays a lot of old ROMs and emulators, and you're maybe looking at a success rate of 1 in 4 or 5 games. I played a few that worked fine, and then I just played a bunch that were just simply unplayable. So think of like games for the NES, the Game Boy, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Super Nintendo, that already had frame rate issues, right? That already had slowdown. I think of like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the arcade game. Remember like that when the cannonballs are falling, I think they're cannonballs even though they're the size of your entire body, are falling down, but there's also fire. Then if like one guy comes on the screen, it slows down. Well, back then that was difficult. Well, imagine it like double or triple that. That's what happens on some of those games where there's a lot going on. I wish I could tell you with some positivity that I like this system. I just don't. I'm imploring you to stay away from it. Again, it's called the X9 Handheld with an M because, awesome. I don't really have anything else to say, y'all. It's just not that good. If you have any questions, feel free to ask. I am sending this back, so I don't know if I'll be able to answer too many of your questions. I feel like I gave it, my due diligence, and I played it probably for, I don't know, maybe a couple hours. I tried, and again, a couple games worked, a lot did not. Not worth the price of admission. I've seen these anywhere between like $30 and $100, and you should probably just stay away. So I hate to be a Debbie Downer. I really try to think the best in things. I even try to think the best when I review things, because I you know, deep at my core, I think in a lot of ways our generation has become cynical because there's too many amazing things out there that, you know, I have a tendency, I'll speak for myself, not our entire generation, but I know that oftentimes I can fall into cynicism and think the worst in things if it just doesn't blow my mind. But I can tell you with the utmost certainty that this thing is an utter piece of crap. So this has been a conversation over coffee. Hope you all have a great day and happy gaming.